All right, everybody, YouTube viewers, I'm here with Robert Brant, who is amateur national champion, six-time amateur national champion, and Pat H.D. Berry. We're here at the Academy, and I'm just going to talk to these guys a little bit about what it takes to be good at striking. So, from your perspective, Robert, go ahead, tell the viewers, like, what are the top 3 things that you would say to aspiring MMA boxers, kickboxers to get good at striking?
I think the top 3 things are probably going to be relaxation, being number 1. Because if you're really uptight, sitting there, you got muscles fighting muscles, I mean, it's really counterproductive. You know, being real slow, real methodical. 2 being timing. You know, a lot of times it doesn't matter if you're necessarily real fast, you hit real hard, start timing people correctly. You know, all that comes with the patience. You know, patience and that timing. Be nice and relaxed, patient. They slow up, find the shot at the right time.
Just being relaxed, definitely. Keep in mind also that if you're just starting out, it's very natural to stay as stiff and flexed as you possibly can, like as if when we do jiu-jitsu, it's the same thing. As soon as anyone moves a little bit, that's normal when it comes to striking too. So being relaxed, being confident, and I think in the beginning, accepting the fact that getting hit is part of the sport. If you're not okay with getting hit, you're in the wrong hobby. Getting hit is part of it, so sometimes, especially at practice, which is when we practice things, you have to allow yourself to be open for certain things. Like take chances. And then you realize that getting hit at practice, necessarily you're not going to die. It's part of it. Because a lot of things that people don't understand is that getting hit is a skill. That's not something you're born with an iron chin. But you have to learn how to roll with the punches like a boxer would do. You have to be able to roll with them. You have to be able to take shots, like versus getting hit in the face for the very first time in a fight. That always just, that's very surprising, and that'll stop your heart from beating and everything.
Right, and then what about conditioning? How much, like, let's talk a little bit about the physical aspect of training. How much conditioning versus how much, you know, there's a lot of debate out there. A lot of people are thinking about, like, should I only do, like, sport-specific stuff, like sparring, bag work, pad work, how much running, weights, that kind of stuff?
Russell Jones, my very first kickboxing coach in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, said that whoever gets tired, whoever can last the longest is usually going to win. And that's one of the most realist statements of all time. And who said it? Who said fatigue makes cowards of men? Who said that? Who's this quote?
Vince Lombardi.
Vince Lombardi said fatigue makes cowards of men. And I heard that all the time, but not until I actually got into the sport. Once you get tired, everything starts going wrong in your head. You lose confidence, and once your confidence goes out the window, it's done. Now, sport-specific training, I think, is amazing. Running long distance makes you really good at long-distance running. You know, doing cardiovascular conditioning with weights makes you great at CrossFit or doing cardiovascular conditioning with weights. Now, it all helps a little bit, but I think that my opinion, and people have disagreed with this, but doing whatever it is that you're doing really hard and getting good at conditioning with that is the best way to do it. Like practicing fighting is the best way to get good at fighting. You know, doing rounds in, throwing punches and kicks, any type of whatever you're doing that is what's going to make you really good at doing that.
Yeah, so I think that really ties in with just being relaxed overall. You know, if you're really uptight and tense when you're in there boxing or you're in there fighting, it's going to tire you out a lot faster. Once you get tired out, you're walking, talking heavy bag.
And that's it.
You get teed off on.
And everything goes wrong. Your defense goes wrong, your offense gets garbage, your confidence goes out the way. And there are a lot of people who, once they get tired, you can actually see them say, you know what, I can't win this. And they'll quit right there in front of you. Like, they'll quit. Mentally, just quit. They might not necessarily just wave it off, but you can see them, they'll just break. They'll completely break and stop trying.
All right, last question. For the competition mindset, like, you guys are really successful in your fights. For the people out there that are aspiring fighters, maybe have only a few fights, what's the mental aspect? How you talk to yourself the day of the fight, right before you're going out? Like, what sorts of things are running through your mind? Like, I think there's a lot of people there that sort of choke. And a lot of people beforehand don't know what to think about and how to direct their thoughts.
My biggest thing would probably be, you know, the hard work at that point is done. You know, you've already put the miles in, you sparred all the rounds. So the mindset, like the day of the fight, should be, you know, that was just time to showcase. You've already, you know, like I said, you've already put in all the hard things you've had to do. You know, I don't like waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and running. I don't like having 3 different, you know, training sessions a day. Once you've already done that, I mean, now it's just time to show people. So that's just going through my mind. I'm really relaxed, really chill. A little nervous, of course. I mean, if you're not nervous, like I said, I've had over 130 fights. and I get nervous for everyone. I don't think it shouldn't go anywhere. So they say that you're not nervous, so it's time to be done.
I come from a different school of thought. Generally, on fight day, what's going through my mind is, why am I doing this? This is stupid. I can read. Like, why am I? I'm not mad at anybody. I don't want to fight anybody. And I generally walk to the ring, kind of like, stop pushing me. I'm gonna get in. Just stop shoving me. I'm gonna. And it's a nerve-wracking thing. But once I cross the gate, then all of a sudden it becomes comfortable, because you know, just like you said, everything you've already done, all the work you put in, all the times that you stayed up late at night trying to figure out why you got hit with a jab. You know, like the punching and kicking is nothing. That's the easy part. That's the easy part. The striking, the actual fight is just building up to it. The hardest part about the hardest part about fighting is actually walking to the, if you can just do that. Just like the hardest part about working out is just showing up to the gym. You go to the gym, you can do a hard workout. You wake up the next morning and you're sore and tired. I don't know about you all, but I've had this many times. I'm like, you know what? Not today. Today's not, so I'm not going to do it. But if I can just get myself to get to the gym, then everything is out the window. Everything else is just nothing. But supreme confidence, and Rose Namajunas said this, if you did everything like as if your life depended on it, you'll be great at it, no matter what. Go into the ring or the octagon or whatever your fight field is, thinking, if I don't win, no one's going to eat tonight. If I don't win, I'm going to die. If you have that mindset all the time, you're going to be great at it no matter what you do. You'll be great at it.
Sounds good, guys. So, Robert got a fight coming up here.
Yeah, October 27th.
October 27th. Where's it at?
Canterbury Downs.
Canterbury Downs here in the Twin Cities area. And Pat's on coach on this season's Ultimate Fighter, so check
16
that out.
Ultimate Fighter, and waiting for a fight now. So if anyone gets hurt and has to pull out, I'm jumping in, no matter what. I was ready yesterday.
All right, guys. Peace out, YouTube.